You're so clumsy. Why do you even work here? Taylor, a waitress at the Good Life Cafe, had accidentally spilled coffee on a rude customer. The man stormed out in a huff, leaving her feeling humiliated. But the following day, something unexpected happened. The man returned with a surprising offer that would forever change both their lives. The Good Life Cafe was a small cafe and restaurant where customers went every morning for a nice cup of coffee and the pastries or food of their choice. For several years, the Good Life Cafe had been known as a place that felt like a home away from home. Its unique atmosphere, top-notch customer service, and rave reviews about the coffee and food made it a favorite spot for many. Taylor, a 24-year-old college dropout, worked as a waitress at the cafe. Known for her beautiful, piercing blue eyes and angelic smile, Taylor was one of the sweetest waitresses there. Most customers adored her, but Taylor had deeper reasons for working at the cafe. She needed money to take care of her sick mother. Whenever Taylor was at work, she put her personal struggles aside, plastered on a smile, and focused on her tasks. But one morning, things were particularly tough for her. Her mother's health had worsened the night before, leaving Taylor worried and sleep-deprived after a night of caregiving. When Taylor arrived at the cafe that morning, she helped clean and set the tables. Soon the open sign was hung, and customers began to stream in. About an hour later, Taylor had just finished serving a group of customers when a man in a neatly ironed blue suit walked in. He carried a small briefcase, and without saying a word, headed straight for an empty table. He tossed his briefcase onto the seat and sat down, visibly grumpy. Since Taylor had completed her orders, she approached him with a polite smile. "Good morning, sir. Welcome to the Good Life Cafe. May I take your order, please?" she asked. The man was on his phone and didn't even look at her. "I want a cup of black coffee, no sugar," he muttered. "Would you like some pastries or food to go along with it?" Taylor asked again. The man ignored her question, so Taylor waited a moment before asking once more. "Excuse me, sir, would you like?" "You heard me the first time, didn't you?" he snapped, cutting her off. "If I wanted food or pastries with the coffee, don't you think I would have ordered them?" Taylor was taken aback, but quickly apologized. "Oh, I'm sorry about that. I'll bring your order shortly." Some minutes later, Taylor returned with a steaming cup of black coffee. Just as she was about to serve it, a child running away from his mother accidentally bumped into her. Taylor lost her balance, and the coffee spilled onto the man's right hand and his phone. "Geez, are you blind or something?" the man yelled angrily. "Oh my God, I'm so sorry, sir. I'm so sorry," Taylor stammered, grabbing napkins from a nearby table to clean the spill. "You're so clumsy. Why do you even work here?" he shouted. "It wasn't intentional, sir. Taylor tried to explain, but the man interrupted her. "Get off me. The last thing I want is for you to ruin my expensive suit." He pushed her away, grabbed his briefcase, and stormed out of the cafe. As the man left, Taylor noticed the other customers and waitresses staring at her. Embarrassed, she forced a smile and walked away, carrying the tray and napkins in one hand and the half-empty coffee cup in the other. Once she reached the back of the cafe, Taylor burst into tears. The past few days had been rough, and the incident only made things worse. After crying out her frustration, she gave herself a pep talk, composed herself, and returned to work as if nothing had happened. Little did Taylor know, the man she had encountered was a prominent figure in their state. His name was Clinton. That evening, after a long day, Clinton returned to his small, quiet home. As he tried to sleep, the morning's events replayed in his mind. I shouldn't have spoken to her like that. That was very rude of me, Clinton muttered to himself with a sigh of regret. The truth was, Clinton was also going through a tough time. He had recently lost his mother, who had been his best friend. Her death was a devastating blow. Growing up, his mother had been his rock, after his father abandoned them when he was just 5 years old. Clinton worked hard to make her proud, and in many ways, he had succeeded. But the one thing he wished for, the one dream he couldn't fulfill, was for her to meet his children, to see the legacy she had helped create. The stress of grief had taken its toll on him. He struggled to control his emotions, snapping at the young waitress for a minor inconvenience. The loss of his mother had overwhelmed him, turning him into a bitter and unkind version of himself. As he left the cafe that morning, the sting of the hot coffee on his hand was nothing compared to the guilt he felt. He knew he had been completely out of line. Clinton promised himself that he would go back the next day and make things right. It was the only way he could be at peace with himself. Taylor, on the other hand, tried to block everything out of her head. From the start, when Taylor began working at the Good Life Cafe, she followed a simple rule. Whatever happens at work remains at work, and whatever happens at home remains at home. This rule allowed Taylor to go to work every day like a brand new person, keeping her personal life separate from her work life. The following day, as usual, Taylor arrived at the cafe early in the morning. She helped clean and set up the tables before the cafe opened for the day. Around 11:00 a.m., while clearing a table she had just served, Taylor saw Clinton walk into the cafe. Initially, her heart skipped a beat at the sight of him because of the incident the previous day. In an attempt to avoid serving him or making eye contact, Taylor tried to walk away hastily when she noticed Clinton walking in her direction. But she was too late. "Hello, miss. Good morning," Clinton greeted Taylor in a very calm tone. "Good morning, sir," Taylor responded with a forced smile. "What's your order, please?" she added. "Oh no, that's not why I'm here. I'm here to see you," Clinton said. "See me?" Taylor asked in shock. "I know you're still mad about what happened yesterday, and I'm deeply sorry. Did I ruin your suit?" Taylor blurted out all at once. "Please, forget about the suit. I was just being a brat. And please, stop apologizing," Clinton said. "I'm the one who should be apologizing. I shouldn't have spoken to you or treated you the way I did. For that, I'm really sorry." "Oh," Taylor said in confusion. "Am I forgiven?" Clinton asked, blinking cutely and giving Taylor puppy eyes. "Yes, you're forgiven," Taylor smiled. "Thank you, Taylor," Clinton said, glancing at her name tag. "I'm Clinton," he added, extending his hand for a friendly handshake. "That reminds me, I have something for you. Consider this my apology gift." Clinton opened his briefcase, took out a white envelope, and handed it to Taylor. "Oh, you really don't have to." "We're friends now," Taylor said with a blush. "If we're really friends, you won't reject my gift. Please take this, Taylor." "I'll feel so much better if you do," Clinton insisted. Without saying another word, Taylor accepted the envelope. When she opened it in his presence, she covered her mouth in shock and began to cry. The envelope contained $20,000. "I don't deserve this," Taylor said, struggling to hold back her tears. "No, Taylor, you're wrong. You deserve this and more," Clinton said, then hugged her. Taylor was so overwhelmed that she didn't care she had created a scene in the cafe. "Thank you, Clinton. Thank you. I don't even know what to say," Taylor said. "You're welcome, Taylor. I hope I see you again soon," Clinton said. He picked up his briefcase and walked out of the cafe with a satisfied look on his face. After receiving the money, Taylor's life changed faster than she had ever expected. She was able to take care of her mother's hospital bills and return to college. Taylor continued working at the cafe, but only when her school schedule allowed. Clinton, touched by their encounter and the subsequent change in his behavior, made an effort to visit the cafe more often. The two of them formed a strong friendship and bond that lasted for many years. At the Good Life Cafe, a simple mishap highlighted the importance of extending grace to others, even when faced with frustration or personal struggles. The spilled coffee served as a reminder that everyone carries burdens we may not see, and a little kindness can go a long way in brightening someone's day.